How's it, guys, and welcome to another Bat Rep. Tonight we have Peter Hayward and Pierre Lopes. Take it away.
Hello everybody. The first list we've got is a Decimator Echo list. Rare Maturin's got Predator, Gunner and Engine upgrade on it, pretty standard. Echo's got Recon Specialist, Advanced Sensors, Veteran Instincts and Advanced Cloaking Device.
Quite an interesting list, I think, because of the both being pilot skill 8, which means you can move them in tandem with each other, and Echo's innate ability to decloak very weirdly.
Yes, and the Advanced Sensors is quite cool. That gives you quite a few options right at the beginning.
Yeah, including being able to focus K-turn and
Indeed, yeah.
do a green maneuver out, shoot, decloak, etc.
Absolutely.
Also, we haven't actually seen Cherno in a while.
Yes, it's been out of the meta a bit.
And this is actually a very interesting take on what looks to be a normal-ish list outside thing. It's Dengar with Lone Wolf, Eliminations, Plasma Torpedoes, Zukas, Overclocked R4, Glitterstorm, Punishing One and Countermeasures. And then Manaru with Push Limit, Gonk, R5P8, Glitterstorm and Engine Upgrade. And the usual MO for this list is to joust with Dengar and then just start throwing tokens of Manaru towards him.
Yeah, usually you run away with her, I believe, and then she generates everything, passes it to Dengar, and then Dengar shoots people in the face.
Yeah, but countermeasures is an interesting touch because it allows Dengar just those extra few turns of survivability, because you can just pop it 3 to 4 evades depending if they're range free. Use Glitterstorm to keep taking focuses.
Yes, and I think that Plasma Torpedoes is interesting there because this list is called Dengaru, like in the meta.
Yeah.
And I think the Plasma Torpedoes is something that it does not run usually. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen it that much yet around these parts.
I mean, because of my aggressive playstyle, I would usually put the Plasma Torpedoes on Manaru and just have them both joust and attempt to take out my opponent's ships as quickly as possible, but because I'm a little bit worried, no guidance chips, Punishing One, is he actually going to get both torpedoes off and then still fire with his primary weapon constantly?
That's true. However, I think maybe the countermeasures was maybe something that he decided on because of a local meta choice. I'm not completely sure.
Yeah.
We're from Cape Town and these guys are from Joburg, so we are not quite that familiar with what their meta looks like actually.
Yeah, I know bits and bobs of it, but it seems very much different to ours. So looks like he's just moving slowly with
That's
Manaru first, and looks like he's gonking and taking a focus token.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's quite strange there that Dengar is on a slight angle.
I think it's because of the way the torpedoes are slanted, they can get a nice straight drive towards, because, I mean, the Imperial player would have placed before Dengar, so
yes,
he gets to nicely position his ship however he feels he needs to.
That is true.
And
also, it's interesting that he's not doing the typical thing that people do with jump masters and deploying somewhere on his right hand side to try and exploit the greens, but I've found playing them a little bit myself that it's not really as necessary as people thought initially, at least.
And with Lone Wolf, he doesn't have a lot to induce stress other than stuff like Glitterstorm and Zukas.
Yes.
So he's not going to rely on the greens as much, I think. Interesting thing, do you think deploying the Phantom there with the cloak is a little bit strange, because you can't decloak right because you're off the board, you can't decloak left because Cherno might be in the way?
I do. I think that is quite interesting. Personally, I usually play Imperials and mostly Aces, and I would have actually gone for a flanking maneuver there.
Yeah. So I tried to put Phantom a little bit further down on the left and bring him in.
Exactly. Yeah. Try and flank him on the left there, but it's interesting. I don't know what they were looking at there.
Gonk.
I see.
He probably just wanted to know what the character does, and I think that is him decloaking.
Yes.
Because he forgot to do it at the beginning of the round, but that's fine. And now he's going to do his maneuver. Ooh, very aggressive maneuver from Whisper there, actually. Trying to get straight up into Dengar's face, kill him before he can do some serious damage. And same with the Desi.
Yeah, so I think he's trying to go for the block there.
Really? He might just get it because I don't think you'd be expecting that aggressive a move.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
And then a boost from Videsi so he can get around. But the problem is the boost from Videsi shouldn't feature too much in this game because both ships have turrets and...
Yes.
You're not...
You can't really arc dodge there.
No, he might arc dodge the missiles, but when your primary weapon attack, it range
that's a bump.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's actually, it turned out very well for the Phantom there.
I mean, it would be nice if the Phantom could shoot and then decloak left, chase down Manaru, but this is perfect because now it's just going to be trading shots, and I think Cherno has a better chance because of Predator relying into Gunner and his innate ability.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, like it's been a while since people have played Cherno around here, myself included, and people forget how much damage Cherno can actually do, especially with that crit that he can.
I'm always very wary of the Desi because I know that, especially Cherno can just pilot skill 8 or 10 if you're playing him with Vet Instincts, can just outmaneuver a lot of ships.
It's like a really big ship that's actually an arc dodger with engine upgrade on it.
Yeah. I mean, my usual spec was an engine upgrade, Vet Instincts, and Rebel Captive.
Oh, it's wonderful spec that.
Yeah, just okay. It looks like he's deploying countermeasures.
That seems like a good idea there.
Well, he's only getting shot at the Desi because he bumped with the Phantoms, and he
so,
doesn't have target locks to remove.
Yeah, okay, so you're right. So maybe he could have.
And his dice are mostly unmodified because he passed the focus on from Manaru, but past that, okay, looks like a hit and 3 focuses.
Yes.
He's spending the focus.
That's quite a bit of damage there.
Yeah.
So that's
and showing the dice to us.
Oh,
so
there's
a crit
crit.
Crit and 3 focuses.
That's pretty good. So that's some hardcore damage into the decimator there.
Yeah, and then using his overclocked R4 to get the focus back.
Ah, right. And that's all the shields on the Desi.
Yeah, but the Desi can take that. Okay, so Predator. So 2 hits and a crit because of Cherno's ability.
I think
and a focus. Yeah. 2 hits, crit.
So that's not too.
He gets 3 evades with a focus. See what he gets. Looks like an evade, a focus, and a blank. He's going to use Lone Wolf. He should be able to use Lone Wolf.
Yes, no, that's fine.
Okay, and then he's going to spend the focus.
So that's actually...
Cherno gets to Gunner now, I think.
Yes, he should be able to get to Gunner. I think he might have forgot about that.
Yeah, he should have been able to Gunner there, and... Because if I was the Dengar player, I would have just taken the 1 damage off my shields and not have him shoot at me.
That would definitely be the correct... I think, he either we missed it or he forgot Gunner. I think he forgot Gunner there.
Yeah, and...
so this is a pretty typical thing that the Dengaroo lists do.
But is he running maybe too far out, leaving, Dengar on his own against 2 pretty potent ships?
That can be the case.
Yeah, I mean, Dengar has he has all of his upgrade slots filled, and he's leaving him in the hands of a nasty little Phantom and a pretty tanky Desi. I mean, it has lost all its shields, but that means it's still with 12 hull that.
Indeed, yeah.
So
he can still do quite a bit of damage there.
Yeah. And it looks like he's trying to hop over the U-boat. Can't ever remember what its name is other than U-boat.
Yeah, this is like probably the most expensive U-boat ever.
Yeah, but the problem I usually have with Phantoms when they're facing 2 ship builds is if you can't shoot, you can't cloak, and if you decide to cloak on your own...
you only have the cloak. And that is usually not that great because we all know that green dice is terrible. And
there he's doing a white S-loop, so staying stressed for the moment. And he still hasn't got to pull off Dengar's ability yet either, and I don't think he's going to be able to.
Yeah,
this turn.
this turn it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, checking range. That looks like it's range 2 from the Phantom. So 3 dice. Yeah. And
It's interesting that he didn't do a green maneuver there with Manaru to try and just let a BTL and give some stuff for Dengar.
yeah,
He could have gotten a very nice torpedo shot off there.
I think he did a green maneuver, but I think he boosted and gonked.
Oh, I see.
Because I think he's worried about the other ships coming after him now, and that's...
Yeah. It's not the worst decision because the Phantom is pointing away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably thought that, you know, there's not going to be a K-turn, seeing that it's not something that you really do with Phantoms in the first place.
Yeah. It's just too unexpected.
Yeah.
And then we get to see the Phantom. No, he actually was firing at the Desi there, not the Phantom. So the Desi's taken another 3 damage. Interesting that he really wants to run that Desi down, because that Phantom, if they can take out Dengar very quickly.
This is true.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now he's activating Gunner. That first initial salvo, unsatisfactory. Predator. And then Cherno's ability. So hit, crit again. And he's going to get, looks like
one
evade
evade.
and 2 blanks. So 2 shields off Dengar now.
So his focus was under the ship there that we couldn't see.
So he probably boosted and focused with Manaru and then passed it.
That's
It's going to be interesting to see what he does, since he's double stressed now from, I think it was using Zukas.
Yes. I think the year that okay, so now he's definitely going for Manaru.
Yeah.
So this is the colloquial knowledge, the idea that you just go for Manaru, try and focus her down as quickly as possible, because Dengar is so tanky when he gets all the tokens, and with Lone Wolf as well.
Yeah, and with all his little upgrades, including Glitterstorm and Zukas.
And that very, very nasty astromech that... that
just helps you recycle your focuses every turn. But I wonder what he's going to do, because I mean he's going to keep having to run with Manaru and pass the focus to Dengar, but does that leave Manaru slightly defenseless other than Gonk? I mean, Gonk you can regen 1 shield a turn, but with the Phantom firing
and
4 or 5 dice
at this stage, this is before the FAQ, just the new FAQ came out, and so here you could only use one of Gonk's abilities in action. Now with the new FAQ you can do both.
Yeah. I mean,
so I think it's not the worst. I think he's going to try and gun for the Desi here, try and take that out of the equation. The Desi is not going to be able to shoot this round at Manaru, so it's not that bad for him.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have decent shots on Dengar, but every turn the Dengar is leaving their Phantom alone is every round. Manaru is probably a little bit more dead.
This is true. However, I would think here that seeing that Dengar is a PS9, when he has to deal with the Phantom, he's always going to be able to shoot the Phantom without a cloak on.
Yeah.
And that's a bit scary for a Phantom to look at a
ship that can just keep consistently hitting you when you only have 2 defense.
Exactly, and even if Manaru is dead, he can get quite a few actions, and it's going to be 3 dice because he's got the Outrider title.
Yeah. Okay, I think Manaru is using...
Sorry, not the Outrider title.
No, the punishing one, yeah.
I always think Dengar is a dash.
Yeah, but it would be cool if he was. But I think Manaru is using... Glitterstorm there, just to get some better evasiveness from the Phantom shot, because the Phantom should have an unobstructed shot there on Dengar. Be range 3, but unobstructed. So you're seeing if Dengar...
You mean the Phantom on
Manaru?
Manaru?
Yeah,
yes,
sorry.
Yes.
Because he's probably got a range, same with Manu, he's got a range free shot through debris on the Phantom or a range free shot on the Desi. And that's actually a very difficult choice. Do you try taking the Phantom down quickly while he's got tokens and everything, or do you just keep slogging the Desi? I would personally go with the Desi because...
I think so. I think he's committed already quite a few shots into him, and the Desi is on 7 hull at the moment. So.
Yeah, 9. It's 12, isn't it?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
4
you're
and
right,
12, yeah.
you're right.
It's not ghosting.
Yeah, you
So-
see, I haven't played him in such a long time that
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is anymore.
Yeah,
What's happened there?
He's
So it's
one hit.
he evaded.
Yeah, he rolled a focus and he spent the focus token off the Desi. So that was a poor roll for... Wait, I think he's spending Zukas there to make him reroll. So he should put his focus token back on. But now he's got 3 stress on Dengar. So
That is quite a lot of stress.
I don't think without Deadeye he's going to be firing his torpedoes off very soon unless Manaru gives him a target lock. But
Yes.
again, Manaru's double stressed, so I don't think that's going to happen either.
So yeah, he was shooting at the
Yeah.
decimator was
was
shooting
shooting
back.
Yeah, I think he
Absolutely nothing
took
happened.
2 shields off because it looks like...
Oh wait,
Dengar's shields are stuck.
there's more.
More debating. Okay, now it looks like the Phantom is firing at Manaru. 4 hits, 3 hits to crit.
He's extremely happy.
Yeah, but something of a good roll. So Glitterstorm changing that to 2 evades. Yeah. So he's getting
Okay, so
2
it's
damage
2
on
damage.
Manaru, which you can gonk back over subsequent turns, but
Yeah, so it's not too bad.
Dengar is looking not very bare bones, but he's lost his shield, R5P8, nothing. Dengar is looking like he's lost all his shields at least, with the Desi right there, and triple stressed, and
Yeah, so
Manaru double stressed as well.
Yeah, so I think here an extremely good move from the Imperial player would be to now basically turn in and take Dengar out.
Yeah, looks like Manaru's firing at the Phantom. Should be easy to evade. Glitterstorm should activate there for 2 hits. It does. And then for 5 dice.
He's got all the tokens.
Yeah. Ooh, but
Very close.
Just
Very
enough.
close. That's the one thing that people, I think, get wrong with the Phantom. They think, oh, it's got so many evades. But the thing is, if you don't have the tokens to back it up, it becomes pretty dicey.
It's only got 4 hit points. I mean,
Exactly.
if you shoot before it or any of that, you can easily kill it in a round,
Absolutely.
which is a really scary prospect. And it looks like he's decloaked backwards to try taking on Dengar.
I'm wondering if he's going to go for a 1 turn there, because that rock right in front of him, or the debris cloud, is a bit menacing.
Yeah, I was wondering if he might just try to fly through debris and block Dengar completely and then try, making him work.
That is possible.
But, I mean, you don't really need to block him because he is triple stressed and not taking that many actions.
Exactly.
Okay, he is flying through the debris, but
That is quite a strange...
decloak and maneuver.
Yeah, that's quite a strange decloak maneuver, but okay. I
mean,
think maybe he's still going for the idea that he might block Dengar there.
I mean, not getting a damage from the debris cloud, which is at least nice, but I mean, the guy has turned Manaru in now to set all forward guns, and he's also turned the Desi in, so I think he's hoping to block Dengar, and then
get a shot on...
And then boosting to see where everyone lands, because with the Gunner and the Predator, you really don't need that many actions with Chernu.
Absolutely.
Makes him a very good arc dodger, and looks like he's only doing a 1 forward this time, which might fit.
I think it's gonna fit, yeah.
Which could be really...
Oh... Yes, that fits very... That was very nicely
very,
done.
very barely. He loses 1 stress.
That was very nicely done.
Oh, and then he's taking the stress to use Glitterstorm. Ooh, the Phantom could be in serious trouble this turn. Range 1.
Yeah, it's 4 dice.
With technical focus because of Glitterstem and Zukas to
Yeah.
mess with any evades he rolls. And the Phantom has no tokens. I don't think Lone Wolf's going to come into play. I think that's why he was measuring there.
That is not the best roll.
So 2 hits. Phantom gets 1 evade.
1 evade. Okay,
He
so,
scares Zukas. Another stress.
so that might be all the shields.
It is.
It is
Yeah.
all the shields, yes.
So just with that nice ploy, he's taken Phantom straight to half health, which is a really dangerous position to be in.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Phantom can potentially shoot Manaru and Cloak, but again, that's why I prefer Whisper over Echo, because when you shoot, you get the
I
focus
agree.
token, and you're slightly safer from any return fire.
I agree, but there's quite a few players that that like playing Echo.
Yeah,
It's always a little bit of a wild card, and it can definitely get some people catch them
catch
them
slightly
surprise,
off
yeah.
guard. Yeah,
And
okay.
then
Okay, so that was
That is a lot.
Echo firing on Dengar. So range 1 shot, 4 hits, so 1 evade from Glitterstem. Means Dengar is taking 3 damage cards there. And the things only have 5 health, if I remember, or 4?
I think it's 5.
Okay, so that means it's got 2 life left with the Desi right there. Could be... Okay, Dengar is firing back at the Phantom. And the Phantom is dead. 4 hits, there's nothing he can do about that. That Dengar's ability
That's Dengar's ability, and it pays off.
showing itself there, just eliminating the competition.
That is something that you always have to be careful of.
Yeah. And now we get Chernu, range 1. 3 hits and a crit, what it looks like. And we get Dengar's roll of 2 blanks. So that should be Dengar off the board as well. Yeah? Yeah. That's definitely off the board. There's nothing Dengar can do about that. So it's going to be a straight up joust between getting an extra stress token as he's crit. Like
That's a
Dengar-
lot of stress tokens.
Yeah, that's...
It almost looks like a Tycho that you play.
Almost. But yeah, now it's become a straight up joust between Chernu and Manaru, which is an interesting concept because if he can clear the stress of Manaru, he can start regenning shields.
Absolutely. And the thing is, he only has 2 attack dice.
Yeah.
However, the Desi doesn't have any agility.
Yeah, I think the
So-
Desi's down to half its health by now, so
Yep.
only 6. So
This can become very close. It seems that Manu's got some shields left.
yeah,
If his arm goes where we can see, I think it's got some shields
he
left.
should have 2 shields left because
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
2 shields left
there
because
should.
the Phantom took 2 off earlier.
This is a range 1 shot now.
Yeah.
If the Desi doesn't hightail it,
I mean, if I was the Desi, I would... Okay, he regains his shield from Gonk and takes a focus. If I were the Desi, I would try to get range 3 as quickly as possible.
absolutely.
Because that's... Okay.
Oh,
Well,
that's interesting.
well, it's
It's not bad for him.
Yeah.
Nobody's shooting, so
Nobody's shooting anyone, and he gets a nice clear line of shots for the next couple of rounds.
they're not. Oh, now they're doing the
The fishtailing
Yes.
thing, because large ships are always extremely difficult to maneuver when you overlap with other ships, especially small ones, because then you have to get them fiddly out
Exactly.
the way, press them down, make sure
exactly.
everything's...
Yeah,
where
it's
it should.
something that the newer players should take note of.
Yeah.
They do explain it
Okay.
in.
Ooh, actually takes a crit from the debris cloud.
Well, that's very unfortunate.
The crit
What
is
is that?
blinded pilot.
Pilot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's going to... Okay, he's already flipped it, so... Don't know why.
But
blinded pilot means you can't shoot, or that is blinded pilot, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it is, and that is like when you have a chance.
Yeah, to shoot,
To shoot.
not...
Mm,
Oh, he could be using the old damage deck there, I can't exactly see, because the old damage deck just says next time you can.
yes.
Next time you shoot,
Yes.
you immediately flip it, which would have been that instance. Where the new damage deck, I think, says next time you do shoot, then you just flip it.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Yeah, I'm not sure if that is the new or the old damage deck.
Yeah, I mean, he's de-stressing.
The two look very similar. The backs are different, but from a distance like this, it's a bit hard to tell.
Yeah, where he's gonked, he's got his 4th shield back and taking a focus again to stress.
Is he going to go for the range 3 now, as you suggested? It doesn't look like it unless he boosts.
I mean, I'm very worried. No, he's just taking a focus token. I mean, it helps him with pure damage output, but I mean, those 2 dice against your 0 agility and your 3 dice against his 2 is just.
Is that a range 1 shot?
We'll see.
No,
nope.
It's not.
Okay, so it looks like he can spend the focus, he can't use it for defense. So 3 hits and 1 evade.
1 evade, so that's 2 shields.
So that's all his work over the past 2 turns gone. And I think Gonk is out of shields on his card, so it's going to require a lot of
yes, but
now.
I think it's already done its job.
R5P8, I think it was, shooting back, doing nothing, and now Manaru shooting back at him and blanks again.
That is a bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just kept trying to nail him every turn, and I mean, if he had experimental interface, he could, with the new FAQ, just gonk, regain a shield, and just leave it down to dice. But
yes,
it looks like he's coming in to try fighting. I think the Desi might either do a 1 forward or a 2 sharp around the rock. Just try getting into a better position.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Okay, gonking a shield.
He can't disengage for every year. He has to go for some shots.
Yeah.
But doing it at range 3 would definitely be advantageous for him.
Because I mean, with the gunner and the predator, you're more likely to get better damage. Oh, it looks like he's gonking and taking a target lock, learning from those blanks last time.
Yes.
Because you can always reroll focuses, but you can't change blanks.
Absolutely.
And there he is. So that should be range 3 shot.
So it seems that he's aiming to dance around that debris cloud.
A good idea. I mean, the Manaru will have to do a straight or a bank maneuver, otherwise risk going through that one. It is a range 3 shot, which gives the Churnu player, I think, an advantage because of the pure dice statistics should give him a slightly better advantage.
I agree.
But that target
now they're checking if it's through a rock.
I mean, if it was for a rock, it would again aid the Churnu player because he does now have a focus on his ship.
Yes.
And the Manaru player only has got target lock. So 3 dice without focus is a little bit. Okay, spending. Okay, predator. So 3 hits, a hit and 2 crits, I think there. And
that's 2 evades.
Yeah. So another shield off. That's unfortunate for the Churnu player because
he really wanted to do some damage there.
Yeah.
That Manaru is still got quite a bit of
R5P8, so he removes a shield and the Desi player takes a damage.
That little bot he's actually really nasty.
Yeah, I mean, especially against stuff like Suntafel where it's not it's unavoidable damage.
Absolutely. It's you have to be very careful if you play that type of ship. When you actually engage the ship with
focus,
that bot on.
He's spending there was a focus token, so he's re-rolling that. So 2 hits, and he's got the focus there. So 1 evade. So he's managed to at least kind of stop the hemorrhaging from Videsi.
No, he is very, very close to dead. So he needs something pretty crazy in the next turn.
Yeah, I mean
to do something.
The Manaru player still has 5 hull on him.
Yeah.
And
however, is choosing to go over the debris field, which I'm not quite happy with that.
Yeah, I mean he's not gonna get any actions this turn. Doesn't take any damage, but I mean he's not gonna get any actions, which means his shots and defense are all unmodified. I mean,
I think he could have just done a bank there, or just the 1 forward,
and made the Desi chase him.
Absolutely,
because he is very much in the better position for.
Definitely.
Oof,
there's a little bit of bump there.
That's fine. And
but now the Desi is starting to get really aggressive here.
Well, he has to. He's got no other choice at this point because he has to try to take out Dengar, hit him with crits, something that really stops.
Absolutely, and the fact that Banneroo doesn't have any actions is giving him that advantage as well. So hopefully, if there's a few bad rolls on Banneroo's side, then it might actually be quite advantageous for him.
I don't know if
still range 2 there,
but I don't know if there's a piece of debris in the way of the shot.
There might be. How many?
We'll see now how many he's actually rolling. Looks like 2. No, 3.
Okay, so there was definitely 1.
Free
and he
3 focuses. So
now the decimator really did not want that.
Yeah, I mean, well. Damage engine shot.
It was focuses.
Yeah.
It was focuses.
3 focuses.
Oh, wow, I thought it was evades.
No.
Oh wow, like that.
Yeah, so
that's turning things quite a bit here.
Yeah, I mean that means the Mannery still gets a shot. I don't know if he's realized that yet. But
did he forget this now? I think they're.
And Mannery gets R5P8.
Why are they not
Doing
taking the shot?
I think he may have forgot because they're on a rock, a debris cloud.
A debris cloud instead of.
But this makes the Tyrannu player a massive. Wait, no, I think he's figured it. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yeah, there we go. He could have.
Desi's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For Desi, I think only has something like 2 life left.
Yes,
so
that sounds about right.
It could be ended with this shot. I mean, I think he's doing R5P8. He should do R5P8 first, and then the shot with Manneru. There's R5P8, so Desi takes the damage. And that brings Desi really low, I think. And then here comes the 2. The Desi will have an evade, because if it was through a rock for 1, it should be through a rock above it. And blanks.
Another blank. That is the second time now, is it not?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
that's
really like.
That is not what he wants to see. And
he could have lost the game if he actually just completely missed that.
Yeah,
kind of shooting.
But
luckily, this is a very stressful part of the game as a final as well.
Yeah,
so
remembering all your triggers, remembering how everything works, and making sure you don't.
Absolutely, it's understandable.
I mean, he's got a shield on Gonk, which he will take there, and then probably take a focus, because it's the best for overall defense.
Yes, I agree.
Because I think he's got a shield and 2 hull left on Manneru, so he can potentially tank a shot if he just gets 1 evade.
Yes.
And with the focus, that helps a lot.
And if there's no crit from Tyrannu.
Yeah. But looks like he's going to try a barrel roll. See if he can get away from Vadesi a little bit. Charge up Gong shields and...
Yes. It doesn't seem that he makes it there. I think the debris cloud is in the way.
Yeah.
I think maybe his idea there was maybe to get behind the debris to get an extra evade, maybe.
Yeah,
I think
that would work, but it looks like he's gone for a focus in the end for probably defensive purposes. Tyrannu doing a 1 forward there, so
that's probably the best thing that he can do at the moment.
I don't think the rock will be in the way.
No, the rock's definitely not in the way.
Yeah, so he's gonna get his range 2 shot with a focus. And a hit and what looks like 2 focuses. You'll see now. He's predatoring 1 and changing it with his ability. So, double blanks again. So 2 hits and a crit. That is
game. That is game.
That is a really... Those subsequent blanks really killed it.
Those blanks were really like something that he really didn't need.
Yeah. But the Phantom going out so quickly was not expected. Not for that kind of game.
Absolutely. It was strange that he parked it right there in front of the asteroid.
Yeah.
But I think he was going for the block there.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for watching.
Thank you all for watching.
This is us signing out.
Bye bye.